Hi everyone, and welcome back to Questions on the Parsha. This week's Parsha is Parshat Bo. And my first question has to do with the Exodus from Egypt, the process of the plagues. Now for a minute, I want you to imagine that we're not talking about the plagues. We're not even talking about the Exodus of Egypt. Paro is not Paro. Paro is every man. And what we're talking about is God making demands on man, right? It's the process of tshuva, of repentance. And I have a question for you. In the 10th chapter, in the 11th line, after all the fits and starts of Paro refusing, hardening his heart, even recognizing his sin, Paro accepts Moshe's demands, but he has to change the conditions. When he says, okay, I'll let you go, but who's going to go with you? And Moshe says, we're all going to go, men, women, children, cattle. Paro says, no, these will go and these will stay. So it's a question, not so much about the process of the plagues, about the process of change and repentance. Why is it that Paro accepts the demand but changes its conditions? On a deeper level, in the general path of change and repentance, what can this teach us? Why would we accept the demand and yet insist that we get to control the terms? Okay, second question. There is an amazing commandment introduced in our Parsha. You should know, by the way, that all of Sefer Bereshit, all of the book of Genesis, there are only 3 commandments that God gives to Am Yisrael. And yet, by the time our Parsha is over, there will be 23. That's a whole explosion of commands. And the first one amongst them is the command to sanctify the new moon. It's the introduction of lunar time as a factor in the Jewish calendar. So my question is this. What does the introduction of lunar time have to do with the process of redemption? And in particular, why are we obligated to mark it? Now remember, the word for month, chodesh, is very similar to the word for renewal, chidush, in the Hebrew language. So since this is the ultimate renewal, I just ask you, what does the introduction of lunar time have to do with the process of redemption? Okay, last question. And this one, as we love to do, has to do with a word. And that word is chag. What does the word chag mean? Now we use it as holiday, but that just begs the question what exactly a holiday is. The first usage of this word actually appears in our Parsha, in the 10th chapter, in the 9th line, where we're marking the celebration that God is demanding of us to make in the desert. But on a deeper level, in the 12th chapter, in the 14th line, we see that Pesach is the first commanded chag. And there it says, V'haya hayom hazeh lachem lezikaron v'chagotem oto chag l'Adonai l'dorotechem chukat olam techaguhu. Right? That's 3 uses of word in one line. Now, before you answer, go take a look at a unique usage in the book of Job, in the 26th chapter, in the 9th line. There, Job uses the word chag as the marking of a circular boundary. So that's our question. What exactly does the word chag mean? And on a deeper level, what can it teach us about the nature of the Passover offering? Okay, those are questions for this week. Till this time next week, Shabbat Shalom.